Match number 3 here in episode 72 of Tombstone TV. I'm still Bull and Awesome, still the voice of all things championship wrestling series related, and I want to thank you for joining us here tonight. If you've liked any of our content, if you shared it, if you've watched any of the matches or shorts or full shows, thank you very, very much, folks. You've made this a lot of fun since I started the channel. This is a Sur5ors qualification bout, folks, and introducing first, with 7 wins and 9 losses in his 17th ranked singles matchup. This is Mr. Martial Arts, a former contender. He main evented Masquerade Brawl number 1 versus Major Attraction for the heavyweight championship of the world. And now he's looking to qualify for this Sur5ors matchup at Violent Night 2. Will Martial Arts pick up the victory here tonight, folks? Or will it be his opponent? Marshall, of course, one half of the Savage Hearts alongside Travis the Savage Sanchez, who we will see in action later on tonight, folks, as he is qualified for Contenders 17 in the main event. And, folks, Marshall's opponent here for the night, former Intercontinental Champion. He actually lost the championship to our current heavyweight champion, Thiago K. Oliveira. This is Zachary Evans, and Zachary's coming to us, folks, for his 23rd ranked singles matchup with 13 wins and 9 losses. Same amount of losses as Marshall Arts. Zach Evans, this man forever sees gold in his future, and he would love to go to Violent Night, where he'd become the Sur5ors and potentially then go to Stadium Royale 2025, which will be our pay-per-view event in January. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm really looking forward to that one. We're going to have advertisements for Stadium Royale 2025 at the Violent Night 2 show this weekend. So if you're looking forward to seeing that, like I am, come back on Saturday, 21st of December. Martial Arts looks ready for this, and Zachary Evans also ready for action, and the referee rings the bell, and this thing starts off. The two lock up in the center here. Marshall grabs a headlock and drives the right hand into the face of the Golden Eggs of CWS, and look at that belly to back, and he just took him down. Oh, look at that chop across the chest, and Zach Evans hasn't gotten into this one yet. And a shoot hurricane Rana. Look at that now as Martial Arts drop kicks the lower back here as Zachary Evans, who hasn't actually gotten into the fight here at all, gets whipped off the ropes, and a big scoop power slam. Martial Arts taking the former Intercontinental Champion down. I'm going to take a sip of my black coffee now as Marshall scoops Zach Evans up and drops him throat first across that top rope. Marshall now looks like he's targeting the legs here, and he goes for the knee and the ankle at the same time, and Zach Evans is in a bad way. Look at that stomping across the ankle. Marshall with a game plan, it seems. Low kick here from Zach Evans. Marshall now in a pinning predicament, and we've got the 1. And Marshall kicking out at 1. Zach Evans has a lot to do if he wants to keep Marshall down. And he just, look at the strength of Zachary Evans to just launch Marshall from one end of the ring to the other. He goes over the top rope and outside of the floor, where he landed pretty hard on the virtual pads below. Referee beginning to count both men out as Zachary Evans stomping in the back of the arms here. Martial Arts and tossing Marshall into that barricade. Zach Evans is slamming the head of Martial Arts off the floor here. Those pads, virtual pads, protecting the virtual wrestlers from the virtual concrete below, and Zachary Evans, I think he just burst Marshall open with those stiff right hands across the top of the face and dragging him around on the outside. He actually just tossed him back into the ring. Zachary Evans could have had a very easy count-out victory there, and he just dropped the leg across the back of the head, driving Marshall's already cut open, bust open face into the ring mat. Marshall now fighting back, and the DDT, and Zach Evans gets dropped in his face, and Marshall now with the cover. Whoa, not even a 1 count here as Zach Evans kicks out of that pinfall predicament. Marshall goes to the right hand. He actually turned him inside out, and he's scooping him up, and that high angle slam. That Marshall Hart slam. And we've got the ref down. We've got a 1, 2. And my goodness, can you believe it? Zachary Evans kicks out at 2. The dynamic cam and myself, we both believed it was done. Zach rolling to the outside. He thinks he's got a moment's breather, but Marshall Hart's with the suicide dive to the outside. Zach evades it. Marshall goes crashing down onto the bloody face and the big spine buster outside. Marshall's just been rocked front to back right here, folks. Face first and then slamming onto the back of the head moments later. Zachary Evans sees he's got it. Surely he's one golden power bomb away from victory. Stomp across that midsection. Marshall in a very, very bad way. Surely this is Zachary Evans' moment to shine. He launches Marshall back into the ring. Marshall lying face down. Center of the ring, and Zach now slowly making his way back in. He's got the time. Stomps in the back and he's looking for this. Locking in this golden chokehold, and Marshall Hart's bloodied up and broken. And Zach just slams his head flat back into the mat. He knows he's not going to tap like that. Whipping him off the ropes. Dropping down. Marshall. Oh, he caught the big back elbow from Zach Evans. And he scoops him up for a power slam. Marshall Hart's now going over to the top. Marshall Hart's just removed that turnbuckle pad. And he's just whipped Zach Evans chest first into the turnbuckle pad. It's the exposed turnbuckle. Marshall threw the pad away. Zach Evans chest first into that exposed turnbuckle. And my God, Marshall now whipped the cover. The referee didn't see it, of course, one. But Zach Evans kicks out at 1. Zachary Evans wants the Survivor. He wants to become the Intercontinental Champion again. He wants to be the first ever 2-time Intercontinental Champion here in CWS. Stomping onto the head of Zachary Evans. Marshall now looking to burst open the face of Zach Evans the way that Zach Evans burst open his own face. Oh, and Zach with the headbutt. Looks like Zach's looking to burst open his own face too, and headbutts like that stomp across the guts. And again, locking in this choke, the golden chokehold, and this might be it. Marshall might be forced, and he does. Marshall Hart's taps out. Zachary Evans picking up another win, folks. 14-9 in his 23rd ranked singles match, picking up that submission victory. And Marshall Hart's is going to have to do something, folks, because his losing ways continue. Zachary Evans booking his way in the Survivors match, folks, and this might be the most stacked Survivors match yet, and there's still 2 spaces left to fill. Will Darrell Walker or Mo Money be the next man to book his spot at Violent Night 2? Find out with me, folks, as that matchup is coming up right here next.